the stories dominating the headlines is what does it take to build safe and stable structures. Catch this candid conversation later on the show.
If you want to build a safe structure, and if I talk about structure, it cuts across many, but specifically talk about a building, it starts from the developer, because it must start from an idea.
Welcome. You're watching The Property Show, your destination on all things real estate. Our property pick of the week takes us to the Acacia neighborhood in Kitengela town for a rare snippet at this luxurious 4-bedroom maisonette where classic legacy meets elegance.
We did it with a lot of love. As you can see, every room has life, and we had in mind the family as we designed every space.
The accessory spot is a highlight on how this beautiful project has come to life with furniture, rugs, wall art, as well as unique classic pieces.
In the bedrooms, we were given a lot of legroom, and so we were able to design each room as a master bedroom.
The home ownership segment features a story on taking a leap of faith, buying a unit off plan here at Royal Gates, and the excitement of seeing the show house finally coming to life.
Given the fact that I'd seen what they had done the other side, at this side I knew I was actually going to get a very good deal.
Our social media handles are open. Share your comments and your take on this beautiful project. Let's get started. As always, there is something for everyone. Today, I'm excited to introduce one of my favorite projects, nestled in Acacia, Kitengela town. Enjoy the tour of this project, which comes with bespoke designs and amenities. Let's meet the developer. What a beautiful project.
Oh.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you. Welcome to Royal Gates, Nancy.
Asante, it's so beautiful. Can't wait.
Thank you. Before we talk about Royal Gates, let's talk about Royal Finesse a bit. Nancy, the last time you were here, we were still doing Royal Finesse, and we are happy to say that we have finished Royal Finesse, and now we have moved into the second project. Royal Finesse, you know, we've done in a couple of years. It's taken us about 4 years to complete Royal Finesse. We faced the project and we did it in phases. We did the first phase, the second phase, and the third phase.
How many units were at Royal Finesse?
We had 78 houses in total. We started with 10 units, then we went to 28 units, then we did 40 units. And now we have moved to come to Royal Gates.
Have you sold everything at Royal Finesse?
I would say that, yes, we have sold everything at Royal Finesse. And remember, because we did the project in phases, people bought in and started living in even before the completion of the project. So we had the first and second phase, people already living, and people have started moving into the last phase.
Leah, I must say it's refreshing to see you starting another project and getting ready to embark on a huge project. Yet the market is really, really low, and everybody's giving us warning signs that this is not the time to start anything new. The market is low. What's your take and what's your driving force?
It's actually very true when people say that the real estate market has been hit very hard, because we are the first ones to be hit when the economy gets low. But I would say that we have a lot of faith in God first, that He always comes through for us. And I would also say that our products sell for themselves, that we go over and beyond and over deliver for our clients and make sure that we have cut out a niche in the way we deliver our products. We do our projects very, very well, and we are very, very customer centric. We try to wear the shoes of the person who's going to buy and live in that home and try to answer all their questions. And so we have found favor even with our very clients.
Give us an overview of Royal Gates. What should we be expecting in this new project?
Royal Gates has 78 houses, like Royal Finesse. We'll have two phases. The first phase has 34 houses and the second phase has 44 houses. So we expect to complete first phase by 2020 March. That is the first phase, which will come complete with the swimming pool, with the clubhouse, curb rope, paved areas. Of course, the water will be connected and the biodigester up and running. And the second phase of it will be handed over in 2021 March.
So, Leah, what's special at Royal Gates?
Nancy, I would say that we have been able to capture the people who will not have afforded Royal Finesse homes. We have done exact finishes as we offered at the Royal Finesse, but just that this is for a less budget. Royal Gates is a 4-bedroom house, 4-bedroom, 3 baths, 1 bedroom on the ground level, and we have 3 bedrooms in the upper floor, and then we have a family room, family lounge. So it's a masterpiece on its own. We can start off with this area. So this is the main lounge of the family. Our homes are very family oriented, and so we have in mind just a proper family and how a setting should be of a family. And so we did not put TV in this room to have family sit together, discuss the work of the parents, the classes of the students, and so we made it very, very cozy that they would enjoy just coming and sitting here and bonding as a family.
What I like here is the high ceiling and the floor.
Yes, we tried to do things differently from how we had done them at the Royal Finesse and tried to listen to the feedback that we were getting from the clients, and thus this is informed. So the house comes as is. We offer the chandelier in the main lounge, and from the main lounge we can go to the dining. This is one of my favorite spaces in this house because it has a semi-open plan kitchen. And one of the things that I love to do as a young mother, I am a mother of young kids, so we like to huddle together, whether we are at the breakfast area or whether we are at the dining, we just huddle together and enjoy whatever it is that we're eating. So one of the things that I liked in designing this space is that it's semi-open, and so you can interact with your mom as she's making food in the kitchen, and the kids can, even if they're seated at the dining area or at the breakfast area, they're having a conversation and there's quite a lot of interaction. And so I love this space, and I hope that the people who are going to buy and live in these spaces and these homes are going to enjoy that as well. Let me tell you about the feature wall. We designed this wall to make sure that there's a separation of the people coming from upstairs or people visiting the washroom and the people who are already sitting at the dining. So you can use this wall to create any effect or any feature you want for your house. Like for us, we have the mirrors there, which reflect people at the dining. Or you can do various things that our buyers are very, very creative, and they find different ways of capturing things that they want in their spaces. I always love kitchens. We had a really big debate whether we should go back to the white kitchen, and some people were thinking of we should maybe do a different sort of a kitchen. But I love white spaces, and I think they look very, very clean. And as a homeowner, you don't have a choice but to make your kitchen look very clean. And so that is why we ended up with the white kitchens. And I must say that I am guilty of putting in a lot of my style into the homes that I design, because I find that you have to get personal to some extent. And so that's the reason why I still remain with the white and black kitchen. As buyers come, they can always change some of the things they want. They can spray paint their kitchens if they would want another color, but we always offer our kitchens in white. So this time round, we changed the orientation of the kitchen. Earlier on, we had put the oven under the hob, but this time round we put it here. My children are growing, and as they're learning how to bake, I find that they are really interested in being able to easily access the oven, opening and closing, and just checking whether the cake is doing well. And so that's why we redesigned that. So the kitchen comes as is. We provide the microwave, we provide the oven, and we provide the gas hob. And the backsplash is as is. The houses come with a detached DSQ. on the outside. All our kitchens come with a pantry where you have extra shelving to put your cereals or other foods. This is our guest bedroom. As you can see, we tried to really think through about the people who are going to come and live here. We've provided enough wardrobe spaces.
I like the design of the doors.
Thank you. This is the cloakroom. We made it very, very private so that if anybody is inside the cloakroom, you cannot see anybody in the lounge or anybody in the kitchen or anybody in the dining. And so quite ample for the guests.
And it's big enough.
Quite ample size for the guests. So let's go upstairs. You can see that we've made the stairway to be quite spacious, and we had this accessorized here as the rail, and we did them in gold color. Our colors are gold. We have a lot of natural lighting in the house, as you can see in all the rooms that we have. So this is the girls' bedroom, the girl of the house. We designed them this way because we expected that most of our families coming into these spaces are not just having small kids. You remember the way we had designed Royal Finesse, but we may find that we are getting kids who are growing into their teenage and growing up. And so this is good design for even kids who are in their teenage years or growing older.
And it's also very spacious, even if you wanted 2 beds.
Yes, very spacious. Remember the wardrobes?
Oh, the wardrobes, yes.
Providing enough space for all the rooms. I'll take you to the common bath. So the bathroom is shared by the 2 bedrooms, coming fully with the shower cubicle. We have the toilet and the wash hand basin. This is the 3rd bedroom. It comes designed for the boy with the full wardrobes there. Enough space, and workstation for one of the children. They can use that space as a workstation. Yeah.
It's very well thought through.
Thank you. Let me take you to our family room, then to the heart of the home. Remember I told you that the house is very well designed for the family. So we figured out that when the family wants to come together and sit down, they can always come up here and watch the TV here. Or rather, maybe when the parents have visitors, the kids can always come here and not be disrupted and watch their cartoons or just stay here and lounge. So this is the family area. I'll take you now to the master. So this is the master, fully with a his and hers wardrobe, a functional balcony that is very big and spacious, and a very good bathroom.
This project comes with countless amenities for modern-day luxury living.
Today is a very beautiful day for us as Sherry's Properties. We're launching one of our projects, dubbed Royal Gates. We have just concluded another project called Royal Finesse. So it's a gated community of 78 units, 4-bedroom with servants' quarters, well thought through in terms of every space in the room. And so that is basically what we are calling out for people who are actually looking for homes and who are looking to invest in property, to basically just come and have a look at what we're giving. Because there's a lot of thought that has been put through in this project. And like we all know, buying a house is a very sentimental decision. And so we have thought through it so well. And so that is what we're basically telling the public to come and view what we have done. We'll term the event very successful. We have had quite a number of people give us encouraging feedback in terms of how we have done our finishes, how we have designed our spaces. And so that is very encouraging for us. Quite a number of people have expressed interest. When you come to these areas of Kitengela, you would not find anything close to what we're giving out. The whole idea was to give people something of value. People are used to seeing nice projects in suburb areas like Lavington, Westlands, and such kind of places. And so we took the same kind of designs and brought them over here, and so the response has been very, very impressive. We quite have a number of repeat clients. They're clients who've come from the other side, Royal Finesse. So they've come to this other side and they've liked what we've done here as well, and so they're telling us, you know what, we trust in your work and we're willing to invest with you guys again. We know buying a home is not a one-time decision. There's so many thought process that has to go behind it. And one of the key factors is how are you going to finance the project, or rather how are you going to finance the unit as a buyer. And so we decided to partner with different banks who you have seen on the ground. Their sole purpose for this is purely to help our clients with the financing of the project. So we have those clients who are coming in and saying, yes, me, I'm a cash buyer, then well, good and well for them. We have those who can afford the deposit, but then they would want another institution to come in and do the rest of the balance. And so that's why how we partnered with several banks who are on the ground and who are doing that for them.
Coming up, the accessory spot with insights on bringing this project to life with furniture, rugs, wall art, as well as unique classic pieces.
I first met with Leah, and she gave me a brief of what she wanted, and I now then came in and designed the concept that I wanted here, which was subtle glamour, because my client doesn't like shouting colors. So as you can see, the colors are subtle. And after doing the design, I again now chose the fabrics that were going to come on the furniture also, and I also designed the furniture. So after choosing that, I chose the rugs that are also going to come to this place, and then now I chose the artifacts and the decor and the wall hangings. Actually, this seat is what brought in everything together because of the back side of it, the different colors that it has. It's like a piece of artwork. So this is what dictated the colors that came into this home. So I have a team of fundis who we work with, because I make bespoke furniture for my clients, and I like putting furniture that you cannot find anywhere, but my clients can enjoy unique pieces. Subtleness comes with the colors that we've chosen. For example, the colors that we've chosen here is champagne and cream, and the blue, which is a very glamorous color. And also I've used a lot of gold elements on the coffee tables and on the stands and on the artifacts, and that's what brings in the glamour. Specifically for this lounge area, we did the furniture that you're seeing in this area. We did the TV console that is here, And we also picked the rugs. The only thing that we bought actually that we did not make with my fundis, the coffee tables and the side tables, but every other thing we made. I got some pieces that you can see here which are also bespoke. Yeah, it's not pieces that you can get everywhere. In the bedrooms, we were given a lot of legroom, and so we were able to design each room as a master bedroom so that it can appeal to different age groups and preferences. We've done headboards that I don't think you can see them in so many places, so we chose bespoke designs in all the bedrooms. This back is what dictated the colors that came to this living room. It has most of the colors that you see in this living room. We designed this stand so that it can hold these nice bespoke pieces of decor. And most of the decor that is on this stand is what we sourced from outside, though most of the things that we have in this place, we make it ourselves or we purchased here. We also put in some decor on this lovely side table. As you can see, the pieces are very good and they are bespoke. And we put in a plant over there. We also made very lush looking curtains, very beautiful fabric and flowing nicely to open up the area. And we also chose this kind of luxe fabric to go with our glamour theme. And as you can see also, we wanted this glamour to continue on the coffee tables. And for this area, this is a TV stand, but because Leah didn't want us to put a TV down here, we used this stand just to showcase part of our decor. And we put up this painting so that it also brings this place together. This is the dining that we made, my fundis made. And here we used mvule wood and we used mahogany wood. And we also added these nice luxe chairs to go with the room. We also picked the light fixtures. And for this room, it's a big room, but we wanted it to make it bigger by adding the hexagon mirrors on both sides to bring a nice look for this area. And we also picked this carpet just to finish up the look for this area. We made these bar stools for in case our clients would want to have breakfast in the morning and not necessarily use the dining table. So we have these chairs where one can have breakfast or sit here while somebody is cooking. Let's check out what we've done in the upstairs. Welcome to the family room. In this area, I wanted to do a very subtle farmhouse look, but infuse some African elements in this area. So I chose this African lady to come as an art piece for this room, and I also chose the African art decor that you see here. And this area is a space where one can come and just enjoy a book or play video games or watch a nice movie. And that's why I chose to put this Netflix and chill pillows so that everybody can know this is a place to chill and enjoy themselves. Finally, let me show you the bedrooms. Welcome to the master bedroom. As you can see, with this bedroom and all the other bedrooms, We have designed the headboards and the beds in each and every room in this house. And in this bedroom, we chose bright but neutral colors that goes with the curtains that we've chosen. And also we brought this Versace pillow to just bring in the luxe look in this area. We made all the bedside tables and the bench that you see here, that one can use when they wake up in the morning and they want maybe to read something, they can use it to sit. And we also picked the light fixtures for all these rooms. We also made this lovely dresser that comes with this huge mirror for the woman of the house to make herself when they're preparing to go out. The last thing we did also was to choose this nice looking carpet just to finish the look in this room.
The home ownership segment brings a story on taking a leap of faith, buying a unit off plan here at Royal Gates Estate, and the excitement of seeing the show house finally coming to life.
I'm a resident at Delta Plains along Mombasa Road, but I had an interest in property here at Royal Gates, which I actually paid a deposit for. So I'm looking forward to having it finished and I move in. I had a belief and I had a trust in Cherries because I actually did the shopping. I walked around trying to look for a house, and every place I went to, I wasn't actually pleased with one thing or another. But then when I came to Royal Finesse, I got in, I saw the best that I've been looking for, having actually tried to do construction in the past, and I actually knew what I was looking for, and I got it in Royal Finesse. And when they actually told me that they are having plans to do the same across, I actually fell for that. I believe in them. Off plan, we bought them at 13.9 million. Which I know currently has gone up, and for me that was a deal, given the fact that I'd seen what they had done the other side. At this side I knew I was actually going to get a very good deal. The Kitengela neighborhood, this is a place that is quite spacious. There's almost no congestion. Once you pass Kitengela town coming this way, it's actually, even the traffic jam is just not there. If actually you're staying here, it's more or less the same as somebody who is staying those sides of Mombasa Road, because the time you spend to reach town is more or less the same as the time you spend to be here. On top of that, the land around is actually quite expansive, and even if development is going to take place in the near future, the road network is quite good, and we are not actually foreseeing a congestion. And the surrounding, there are actually no shanties. Having seen the show house, I think I'm home and dry. I got what I wanted. I'm not regretting. I'm not looking for any more addition. Everything that I was looking for is here. When I was actually looking for a housing, one of the key things that I was looking at is a house which water is there. The social amenities which they promised are there. You have a swimming pool, you have a children's playing ground, you have enough parking space. On top of that, the house I was looking for ought to have had enough lighting. And if you look at this house, there's enough lighting. So I'm not regretting. One of the things that I'll tell you is amazing with Cherries is that you have personal touch with the director. That's quite amazing. I'd gone to places looking for houses. I had never been able to actually meet the directors of the housing. Here at Cherries, Leah is always ready to talk to you at very personal level. And you actually feel that whatever information that you're relaying is actually reaching where it's supposed to.
So Nancy, that's Royal Gates for you. We brought luxury to Kitengela.
Wow.
What would you say was your highlight for Royal Gates?
Let me say congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done, girl.
This
is beautiful. First, location. Royal Gates Estate is nestled in the Acacia neighborhood, Kitengela town off Nairobi Namanga Road. Secondly, the development has a functional floor plan. The indoor and outdoor spaces flow effortlessly. Another area that stands out for me is the lounge area with natural light, extravagant chandelier with contemporary clean lines. The open plan concept takes you to the kitchen, another highlight in this home, with top-notch appliances and custom-made cabinetry. The master bedroom, and do I say, is the epitome of this home, with walk-in his and hers closets, with a balcony overlooking the beautiful estate. Finally, Leah, I love the family room. It's cozy and a great place for the family to bond.
Thank you very, very much, Nancy. We thank God for the project. We did it with a lot of love. As you can see, every room has life, and we had in mind the family as we designed every space. And so we bless the people that are going to come and live here, and we pray that they will find a lot of love and joy in the spaces that we built.
Asante sana.
Thank you.
We are taking a short break. Still ahead, a conversation on safe and stable structures in the built industry.
The next stage, after the approvals from the county is obtained, is now to look for the next important professional in that line.
Plus other investment options you can put your money on. Don't go away, we'll be right back after the break. Welcome back. You're watching The Property Show. What does it take to build safe and stable structures? Next, a candid conversation on current construction regulations.
If you want to build a safe structure, and if I talk about structure, it cuts across many, but specifically talk about a building, it starts from the developer, because it must start from an idea. Somebody has to have an idea in mind of what they want to come up with. So the first point of contact, because at the end of the day we are talking about professional involvement in everything you want to do. So the first professional they need to look for is an architect. The function of an architect is to be given the brief by the developer that this is the kind of development I want to come up with, either a residential building, either a school, either a commercial development, is a residential house, hospital, whatever it is. It can be anything. But now, based on that brief, the architect is trained to be able to convert that brief into what we call a concept. Concept is just a plan where they'll give them a sketch of, we think this is what you are talking about. Then they discuss and then they agree. Now, the moment they agree and they have reached some level of detail and they say, this is exactly what I meant, then at that stage, now they go to the next level of the first approval, which is at the relevant county where the project is supposed to happen. But remember, these are architectural approvals. Now, the moment architectural approvals have been given, of course, having done so many other things in between, including the due diligence on the title, because the title must be valid and must be genuine, including many details they look for, plot ratio, and so on. The next stage, after the approvals from the county is obtained, is now to look for the next important professional in that line. This is the engineer. And we have three types of engineers in this space. The first engineer, professional engineer that is key to that next stage, is the structural engineer. Structural engineer basically will look at the architectural plans and now interpret that plan and prepare what we call a structural scheme. Basically, what do I need to have this structure safe? You look at where the project will be constructed, the issues of the soil. Is the soil of good quality, or what needs to be done to that soil? How deep will they dig? So that is done in hand with somebody called a soil expert or a geotechnical expert. Now, once they have determined that, the design will be carried, and then at the design stage by the structural engineer, there is a lot of coordination with the architect, because you might introduce a column for the sake of a public, I can say a pillar. These vertical things that stand to support the structure, isn't it? And you may introduce it somewhere where the architect thinks this is going to interfere with my space, because the work for the architect, remember, is the space and beauty, aesthetics. But the structural engineer may say, I think this distance is too long. Can we introduce a column or a pillar in midway? Then the architect may say no. But by and large, during that coordination, they'll be able to get what we call a functioning or a working structural design. This is again prepared in form of drawings or structural plans. Again, this is taken for approval back at the relevant county. Now that's the second stage of approval. Once those two approvals are secured, remember the next stage is to look at the environment aspect. Anything you do as a project affects or impacts on the environment. That's why the environmental aspect is key, and that's why the environmental agency comes on board, and then you have to do what we call an environmental impact assessment study, which now will assess the impact of this particular development into the environment. And once you obtain the approval, now the next stage, depending on where the project is, it could be next to a river, which means again you need another approval from the regulatory authority relevant with the riparian spaces. If it is in a place where the height is an issue, maybe it's a flight path or something, again you need another approval from Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, the airspace regulators, so that at least you don't interfere with the flight path. All these are what we call regulatory approvals. Now, when all this is said and done, there is something else you also need to mention, isn't it? All we've been doing here is just documentation. We documented architectural plans, they were approved. We documented the structural plans, they are approved. And we are now documenting an environmental report, again is approved. We have now maybe an environmental license to proceed, isn't it? We have other licenses to proceed. Where does National Construction Authority come in? Now, the role of National Construction Authority, because our overall mandate is to oversee the construction industry and coordinate its development, basically oversight and coordination. So what we do at that stage now is to expect the developer to apply for what we call project registration, using those documents that they have obtained from those other bodies or agencies, isn't it? Because we look at whether you've complied with all the laws of the land regarding construction. So when you bring your documents, the first thing we also ask you, have you identified a contractor? That's a requirement. For you to bring a project now is like a contract. The contract now is the last document that ensures that you have all the documentation, you've identified a builder, the so-called contractor, who will now convert all this paperwork into a real product, isn't it? So it's at that stage now that National Construction Authority expects the developer to bring all the documents for registration, which again is done online. You don't even have to visit our offices. Now, when you submit it for registration, we expect you to attach all those documents you have received before. We expect you to attach a contract between you and the contractor. This agreement saying that you and the contractor have agreed to do this. And what we check from our end is the authenticity of the document by doing due diligence. We also check that the contractor you've identified and contracted is licensed by National Construction Authority. And we also check that the professionals in that project, like the architect who designed it, or you identified another project architect to do the supervision, the engineer who designed it, or you identified another one to do the supervision, are actually part of the project team. And until they accept, because it's done on mail, when you receive, there's a mail that goes to the professionals, including even the contractor. They'll respond, and if they confirm that actually this project, they're part of that team, at that stage now we progress to evaluation, and upon the end of evaluation, we give you what we call a compliance certificate. Compliance certificate means you are getting a project registered and you've complied with all the requirements. That's supposed to happen 30 days after awarding the project to the contractor, within 30 days, so that when you now go to the ground to start the construction works, now you have every team on board and everyone is qualified. Now, during construction, we should not forget that we still need professional involvement, because the architect understands the drawing, the engineer understands the drawing, the contractor interprets the drawing into a product. Now, in the process of interpretation, there may be some, mismatch. It is the engineer and the architect that now ensures that whatever they had put on the plan is being implemented as was designed.
Next, the property gallery with other investment options to extend your search.
Bridgeview Park is located in a cool and serene location near Vet Lab Golf Course, just 5 minutes drive from Westlands Shopping Centre, with ease of access to Wayaki Way. The amenities within Bridgeview Park include luxurious apartment with spacious rooms, modern fittings in the kitchens and bedrooms, security gatehouse, 8-feet boundary wall with an electric fence at the top, CCTV cameras, adequate secure parking for each unit, 24-hour water supply with in-house treatment plant, a standby generator, ICT connection, ease of access for those working in Westlands area, as well as the UN offices in Gigiri, ILRI and University of Nairobi Agriculture and Veterinary College. Phase 1 of the development is sold out. Sales for Phase 2 is currently ongoing and the expected completion date is end of November 2020.
Bandari Apartments offer the privacy of community living with high-level security. The development will comprise of 3 blocks of 198 3-bedroom units. The apartments come in 2 sizes, middle units of 168 square meters, while the corner apartments have size of 171 square meters. Accommodation features include spacious lounge cum dining opening to the balcony, open plan kitchen fitted with MDF high and low level cabinets and granite worktop, pantry, laundry area, visitors cloakroom. All bedrooms are en-suite and fitted with MDF wardrobes, en-suite domestic staff quarter. Salient features include perimeter wall, Cabro paved driveways, ample parking, 2 high-speed lifts, common areas power backup, landscaping, children's play area, underground and overhead storage water tanks, internet and NATV connectivity, main and borehole water supply, and solar water heating.
Suchnam Heights Apartments are a modern development for today's living. This development is perfectly located in a quiet neighborhood in the Digwa off Kiambu Road, consisting of 18 units of spacious 3-bedroom, master ensuite executive apartments with a studio. These secure, affordable homes have excellent amenities, giving your family comfort and convenience. Accommodation features include spacious, airy lounge with large windows to maximize flow of natural light. Dining area overlooks the large open-plan concept kitchen, fully fitted with cabinets for sufficient storage. Spacious ensuite master bedroom fitted with closets and a bathroom area which features shower cubicle, WC, and with cabinets. The first and second bedroom are also spacious and are fitted with closets for storage purposes. Self-contained studio and utility area with an independent entrance. The balcony offers views of the area. Salient features include 24/7 security, electric fence and razor wire, CCTV surveillance, elevator access, cabro driveway, secure and ample parking, backup generator, underground water storage, sewer treatment plant, and children's playing area.
At First Avenue, we have properties in every price range. Just visit our offices. We'll be delighted to match your specific needs. Thank you for watching The Property Show. See you next week for highlights of our just concluded Own a Home Expo. Remember to drop your comments and inquiries on our social media handles. As always, there is something for everyone. Kwaheri.